Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. Lost power in the house, so let's. We've had some thunderstorms, so we lost a little bit of power here. So let's go ahead and restart. So again, welcome to the All About Aviation channel. My name is Greg. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Before you leave, please subscribe. Please click that like button. And we will be all good, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and let's get this flight rolling. Not really sure if I'll lose power again. Hopefully I won't. But I've been having a little bit of technical difficulties. Of course, my stream is full of problems, right? Of course. Always. I can't ever have a stream that's just smooth front to back. There's always got to be some issue. Always got to be some issue. Not usually something I did. I mean, I can't help it that power went out. I can't help it that these planes aren't what they're described as. I can't help it if OBS just decides to be a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Error, YouTube is not receiving. For real? Let me see. It says I'm live. It says I'm live. Let's get rid of that docking station and let me put this up here again. All right. Frames due to encoding lag. Frames missed due to rendering lag. Average time to... That's in red. Skip frames due to encoding lag. I need a better computer. I need to get me a new laptop. I think that's what I need to do. That's interesting. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down settings or using a faster encoding preset. All right, let me see if I can fix this. Give me a few minutes. All right, let me see what it says. Yeah, see? Wow. How to increase CPU usage 45%. I don't even have anything open. That's the thing. Well, you know what? It looks like it might be okay now. Skip frames. I bet you if I drop it down to like, if I get rid of 1080 and I drop it down to whatever the one below 1080 is, I bet you it'll be all right. All right, I'm only at 1.6 right now for skip frames due to encoding lag. It's 22 out of 1500. So, all right, let's continue. Maybe my computer will decide to be better as time goes on. But yeah, I think I need a brand new laptop. I think I just need to buy one. I was gonna buy like a camera and shit, but I think I just need to buy a new, something that's a bit quicker than this. Yeah, that sucks, man. I had a really good laptop for many years, and I let my son borrow the bitch. And when I got it back, it was just completely fucked, and like it's broken now. And that was like, I got it from some computer store, I forget, for like $400 or $500, and it had like 2 terabytes of memory. Like, I mean, it was a great laptop. Anyways, Well, welcome. It wouldn't be one of my streams unless we got some issues. So let's restart. Let me leave these stats up here. That was interesting. Yeah, everything looks okay now. I don't know what happened before with I mean, we did lose power, but I mean, like, I don't know. I kept on getting a message saying that the encoding, there was an encoding error and it was overloaded and shit. So, hey, man, if you subscribe and you like the more people that do that, that'll help me out, man. Maybe one day I'll be able to get myself a new laptop. I don't really need the laptop other than to stream. Because I have a work laptop, but I can't use the work laptop for this because I don't have an administrative password. And anyways, let me turn the volume up on this mug, and we're gonna get started up again. One more again. Yo, what's good, my dude? How you been? Nice to see you. I've been having some issues over here tonight, dude. Technical issues, losing power in the house for a few minutes. Man, it's been, the struggle's real tonight over here, man. The struggle bus, the struggle bus is real. All right, let's, I know, I said inbound, man. I got you. I know, I know you already subbed. I wasn't just talking to you, my dude. I was talking to everybody. But yes, I appreciate you subbing, man. I appreciate that. All right, let's open up everything. Yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good now that everything's finally working again. Yeah, everything looks pretty good now with my computer. I know if I turned it down to like 720p, it'd be a lot better, but it is what it is. I'm not willing to do that. I got a Series X, man. There ain't no reason to turn that shit down. All right, let's get back in and get some shit started up here. All right, now we had 63 people, according to SimBrief. We had 3,600 pounds in cargo. And we only had 8,300 pounds in fuel. But I'm going to leave enough fuel in here for us to do a wet start. So let's leave like 89. Let's leave our takeoff weight at like 89,000 pounds. That's still 2,000 pounds over the wet start. All right, let's get this here. Let's make sure we got everything real turned on. Everything real is turned on. Oh, I have a camera on my laptop, and I'm using OBS. That's sweet, man. I'll have to see if I can check it out. If you're still on when I'm done, I'll go over and check it out. But yeah, I just downloaded OBS. That's free. And yeah, man, I got you. I will check you out. You're always good to me. I'll check you out. Well, Greece, we had a thunderstorm and the power went out. So I'm back now. Hey, everybody's here except for Frank. What's good, Keith? I was trying to get it so you were awake, man. What's good? All right, let's get everybody started up here. Well, with last night's huge load, and now we got a wet start tonight, so we're having a good weekend so far.
Voice recorder. Tasted. Oil coolers and cow flaps. Water in position. Fuel and fluids. Checked. Pressurization. Set. Manifold and duct pressure. Checked.
Yep, I can do that for you, bud, but I don't know if I can do that until this channel is monetized. But yeah, I can certainly do that for you. Absolutely.
Closed. Door warning lights. Out.
All right, let me bring up our flight plan.
Gear pins. Removed. 3 on board. Seat belts and pedals. Adjusted. Throttles. Set to idle. Propellers. Forward and 3.
Yep. As soon as I can figure out
Before start checks.
if somebody can be a mod before I'm monetized, I will let you know. If I can do it before, certainly, absolutely. Yeah, man, you, Frank, Keith, and Grease, man, y'all have been great, over this time, man. It's awesome. It makes it a lot of fun, doing this when I get to interact with some peoples. Oh, no shit. All right, yeah, let me look into that tonight, and I'll hit you up. Okay. All right, that's good. I'll figure it out then. I'll look into it tonight, and I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up in the comments section of one of your videos, like later tonight or tomorrow, and let you know what's good. Okay. All right, let's push. Oh, I guess I got to use my controller for this. All right, let's go here and type in CV. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me. Yeah, CVO is fine. All right, CVO. Yep, I will look into how to do it later tonight and hit you on one of the comments in your video and let you know for sure. All right, CVO. What kind of plane are you flying tonight on your video? All right, we got CVO. Yeah, man. I'll join your Discord. Yeah, I just started using Discord again the other day, so I had to light up I bought an airplane yesterday and it's complete shit. So I lit them up on Discord. So yeah, yeah, man. I'll find you on Discord. I think it's on your page. Yeah. Well, hopefully, Keith, hopefully I can make dreams come true, bud. That's what we do here. It's kind of like Disney World, my channel is like Disney World. We make dreams come true. So if it was your dream before the internet came out to be a mod, I would do my best to be like Make-A-Wish, like a Make-A-Wish Foundation. Oh, the F-18, that's dope, dude. Yeah, I'll mosey over there in a little bit. Once I get everything situated on the flight here and I'm in the air and everything is stable, I'll go check it out for a minute. And then when I'm done, if you're still on, I'll just, watch the rest of your video. All right, we got RAB key. Enter. What? RABKI. I guess it doesn't like that. RABKI. All right, well, fuck it. We just won't enter that one. We'll go to the next one. Menku, M-E-N-K-U. It doesn't like my waypoint, man. I'm like almost offended. Like, how dare you? How dare you, DC-6? Not like the stuff I'm typing into here. How dare you? Men KU. KU. Once we get this in, then we can go ahead and get the airplane started up. All right, KU, and then we got NOZ. N O Z. Alright, and from NOZ we have Tanza, T-A-N-S-A. I only got 2 more waypoints to put in. Tanza. T-A... I wanted to do just VORs only, but it was a little too long of a distance between the VOR since we're flying pretty much over all water, so I feel better just using this GPS. What is it? T-A-N? Oh, T-A-N. And, oh, bitch. There we go. T-A-N-S-A. There we go. Greece. And then last one is S-I-T. That's right on the edge of the island of Crete. S-I-T. Now, the landing we're doing tonight is going to be like a VOR landing. That they don't have a ILS, so we're going to be descending on our own tonight. All right, let me type in the airport now. We got LGIR. We don't need to type the airport we're leaving from. There's no reason for that. There's no way to put a departure in here, so, and I don't know what runway we're leaving from, so I'm just leaving. I'm leaving the airport we're leaving from blank. This airplane, you don't really need to put it in. All right, LGIR. All right, now let's go to procedures. Let's set our approach. And we are doing, I think it's the VOR DME for 27. Oh, I didn't choose it actually. Let me choose it. VOR DME. Yep, that's it. All right, that's the right one there. That's the right one, baby. All right, VOR DME from Basis. Hit enter. Load that. And now let's load our arrival. And we are doing sit 2A. There we go, runway 27, load. All right, we are all good with our flight plan now. And let me zoom out a little bit. Oh yeah, I'll try to, what, the link for what, Discord? You talking about the link for Discord? All right, let's start up the airplane. So let's go ahead and move this all the way up. All right, we're supposed to put this on first. Put this on 3, because it's 3, 4, 2, 1 for the engines. Let's make sure we're getting fuel. We are. There's fuel right there. Yeah, if you're talking about your Discord link, I'll check it out when I get some time. It'll definitely be tonight. All right.
3, 6, 9, 12.
Last time it took a few minutes for this first engine to start, so might be the same way again. It eventually started. It just took a few minutes. There we go. You know what? We don't need CVO. That's where we're at right now, actually. Let me get rid of CVO. There we go. All right, let's do the next engine. I like being able to use the mouse and just the wheel on the mouse to do that. That's pretty dope. I like that. All right, let's put our fuel booster pump on low. Let's put that on 4. Smooth the magnetos to both.
3, 6, 9, 12.
Let's set this for NOZ. Oh, I guess I got to do this one here. All right, let's set number 2. Put this down. Number 2. Nope. All right, let's try it again. All right, there goes number 2. Let's get number 1 fired up. And let's see here. Let's make sure our magnetos are on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 6, 9, 12.
All right, let's make sure them engines are good. And then let's change this to plain battery. See you, dude. I'll be over in a little bit. Check you out. All right, that's good. Now what's next here? Go ahead and remove the ground power unit. All right, let's go to ramp manager. Let's get the ground power unit gone. Alright, let's do our after start checklist.
Start selecting boost pumps. Off and off. Battery switch. Plane battery. Generators and inverters. Checked and on. Emergency lights. Armed. Ground power. Removed. After start checks complete.
Alright, let's find out where the ATC wants us to go. Oh, you know what? I should probably let me turn the volume down, because these ATC motherfuckers are loud as hell. I had it turned up a little bit so we could hear, like, the co-pilot and the flight engineer going back and forth, but that's going to be less and less now that we're getting ready to get up in the air. Let me turn this sound down, because these ATC bastards are really, like, ugh. Like, I'm just gonna turn it down right now, and then I'm gonna turn the ATC off after we get, like, our clearance, just so I know where to go. Alright, let's see here. Ground services. Clearance. Alright, so we got all that. Let's go ahead and taxi. Actually, let me turn off the ATC now. And let me turn back up the voices.
Boost pumps on low. Fuel selector and crossfeed. Main tanks and crossfeed off. Autopilot and carb heat. Off and cold. Hydraulic system. Flaps 20. Flaps set 20. Windows and turbine. Closed and on. Controls. Gas lock released. Free. Pitot heater. On. Mixture and cowl flaps. Reach unlocked. Set. Transponder. Landing lights. Extended and on. Before takeoff checks complete.
Excellent. Let's release the parking brake. I think it's so cool, like, to have the flight engineer and the co-pilot, like, doing all that stuff. I think that's awesome. Alright, so we're not going to have a magenta line showing us where to go when we take off, so I zoomed the map out quite a bit, and we'll just go in the general direction of where we need to go. This plane, if I remember correct, it will not follow, like, a VOR station or anything like that. Part's broken, and Pmdg knows about it. So we're just going to be controlling, we're going to be using the gyro Sperry, or Sperry gyro, whatever that deal is called, but we're going to be controlling the lateral and the vertical ourselves the whole time. We're not going to be reliant on, like, the plane laterally directing itself. We're going to do that all on our own. We're going to use the Sperry gyro for it. Don't get me wrong. We're going to, you know, we're still going to be using it, but we're just not going to sit back and just let this plane do its own thing. We're going to have to, you know, continually do some corrections with this airplane. What's going on here? Why aren't the rest of the engines moving? That's strange that number 3 is double the RPMs, but I'm not sure why. So when we get lined up, we're going to put the parking brake on. We're going to click on wet start. We're going to let pilot, co-pilot do the engineer and the pilot do their thing. He's going to say full power set. And we're going to release the brakes and get going. I only set the emergency brake to stop us, and then I engage the regular brake, and I just hold the brake on the controller until then. So I believe we take off around 100 knots, I want to say, somewhere in that area, and we need to aim for a climbing speed of about 165. That's pretty much what our climbing speed should be. So we're going to play with our trim. Well, hello, little plane. What you doing? What you doing, little guy? You're such a little guy. We gotta wait. You know what? This is like the first time in a long time I've had an airplane in front of me taken off. That's pretty cool. Look at that. He put his lights on, revved up his engine. That is pretty dope, man. I like that. That is cool. Let's make sure the parking brake is set. I was trying to find the landing and the taxi lights up here before. Like, I see a lot of the other lights are right here. Like, I've never really spent time kind of just like looking at all the buttons in here, because, you know, it's all done for you when you click on the switches. But I gotta figure they're, you know, they're up here somewhere. I guess I could go to the PDF manual and just type it in. Alright, little plane going. Nope, not yet. Those are circuit breakers. That's for heating. Carburetor. Oh, here's the light. Duh, they're right here. Whew. Wow. Wow. Good job, Greg. All right, let's release the parking brake. I've said it before, and I'll say it a few more times. I'm an idiot sometimes. All right. Yeah, the only reason I used the ATC in the beginning of this flight was just to find out, like, how to get to one of the runways, you know. Never been at this airport before. I've always wanted to leave from this airport, but I've never had the pleasure of taking off from this airport. So we're headed actually almost in the direction we need to go. So when we take off, we just need to angle a little bit to the northwest. I'll put the lights on above Mother Earth once we get up in the air. Alright, parking brake is set. Let's come down here. Yep. I've always thought about just like whispering during the video, but like to make it really like SMR, but you know. I just put that in there in case somebody searches for ASMR, maybe my video will pop up. Alright. Holding the brake.
Stabilized. Cal flaps. Cal flaps. Cal flaps set. Full power, please. Going full power. Full power set.
Release the parking brake, and away we go. Let's get up just over 100, and then we'll pull back on the yoke.
Gear up. Gear selected up. Gear up, lights out.
start adjusting our trim a bit. So you want to get the trim to a point where you can really take your hand off the yoke, like pulling back on it, and you'll be okay. That's a bit too much right now. Let's pitch down a little bit. So we need to get our speed up a bit.
Flaps up. Flaps going up.
Alright, we're in a pretty good position trim-wise. Let's get up just a little bit higher in speed.
Setting meter power 48 inches, 2600 RPM.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I forgot to put myself in a certain mode. Alright.
Power set. Climb power. Setting climb power.
Go ahead and turn this on. Turn it.
Climb power set. Have to take off checklist, please.
Hang on, I got a little bit of an issue here. Hold on a second. Alright, autopilot's on. How come the Sperry gyro won't turn on? That's weird. Maybe we're not, Oh, I think I know why. We need to kind of be level. Let's level out a little bit. That's weird. There we go. Alright, now it's on. Alright, altitude control is on. Let's use this wheel to change our trim. Low trim wheel, what's going on with you? Alright, we're heading in the right direction. I'm having trouble getting this thing trimmed out. It's acting very weird. Look, it's going from one extreme to the other. And I'm just doing gentle, like, movements with it. I'm not really sure why it's... Let's turn the Sperry gyro off, actually. Okay, man, I got you. I got you. Working my ass off trying to get this thing to balance out, man. I have never had trouble with this plane like this. Okay. Look at that. I move it just 2 degrees and it goes all the way up. Look at that thing. This dial right here is what I've been staring at the whole time. That and the speed. Look at that. I just moved it up 2% and look at that thing. Now it's slowly starting to come back down. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. You know what? I hit the Y button. I hit the Y button for autopilot, thinking just out of habit. It's a habit to hit the Y button on the controller, and when I did that, it did something weird to the autopilot in here. I don't know, it's weird. It like activated it, but it wasn't active. It was strange. It wouldn't allow me to really control the plane. That is weird, man. Alright, let's turn a little bit. We are 67 miles to the NOZ VOR. We're going up to about 12,000 feet. Now we got everything situated. Now we're doing okay. Let's go ahead and zero out the mechanism here. Let's find out what direction it is to our VOR station, if it'll pick it up from this far out. Yeah, looks like it is. Well, shit. Let's try this VOR mode and see if it actually works. Let's clear out Menku. And let's see if it keeps us on path to Nas. Yeah, you know, it's such a habit for me to hit that button, the Y button for like turning the autopilot on. Like, I completely, like, my brain slipped for a minute, like putting that thing on. I'm like, why the hell can't I like adjust the trim, man? I'm like, why is the plane just ducking and dodging so much, man? It's crazy. I can already see we're starting to slip from this course, so I don't really think this localizer deal works. There's some workaround I read about it, but it's a lot of work. It's a really weird combination of flipping switches and buttons that some guy got it to work. Alright, we're almost ready to level out. I'm going to keep an eye on this up here on the top left. See if we actually start lining up with the VR. Last time I flew this plane, and tried to use the VOR localizer, the plane just did circles. But it looks like it's starting to slip. It doesn't look like it's turning to follow it. It looks like it's slipping. We'll see what happens. Alright, we're almost at 12,000 feet. This is a magnificent plane, just like I put in the description, man. It's magnificent, man. I love me some of this plane. This is a really cool livery too. I'm glad a good friend of mine, Greece, told me about it. Oh yeah, man. I'll dip in and out when I can. Absolutely. Well, actually, I got it up right now. I just can't hear it because I got my headphones on. All right, we're getting ready to level off here. Let's adjust the trim just a little bit down. So it's not such a transition when we level out. And then we're going to click on this altitude button here. Yeah, it's definitely not capturing that localizer. Look, man, it's slipping and slipping. Let's turn the airplane a little bit. Oh, the spare gyro turned off. That's weird. Great, now it's not even oh, that's right, I gotta turn it on first. That, then that. Let's click that. Yeah, that localizer mode wasn't working. Let's just turn the plane ourselves. It's kind of what I thought was gonna happen. We'll just fly the plane ourselves. Alright, we're at cruising. Let's click on cruising. Man.
Set cruise power, wait. Setting cruise power. Cruise power is set.
Alright, let's level out. Alright, the next one is 113.3. Now let's turn on, forgot to turn on photogrammetry. Might as well turn it on. All right, that's done. We're about 36 miles away from our station, 35 miles away. Probably. I don't recall them having a 340. I thought they had a 330, but yeah, man. I've never been a big fan of their planes, but you know, for you, probably. wish I could adjust the sim speed here. Alright, let's look at our engines. Everything's in green, that's good. Alright, we're starting to line up this VOR station, so let's just move one click over. For now. Well, actually, let's move a little bit more than one click. Let's go 2 more clicks. Alright, let's level back out again. Let me look at the manual for this plane and find out what about this sim speed increase, sim rate. Ramp manager, options, manually adjust the lighting, fuel and load, maintenance manager, visual stress, mixture too lean, cylinder head, oil pressure. Alright, realism options. Autopilot table brightness. Alright, the current rate window displays the current simulation rate, and this is helpful information for pilots when they use R+ or R-, to increase or decrease the hang on, let me look up something real quick. Search by name. Let's type in rate, R-A-T-E. Oh, look at that. It does do plus and minus. That is interesting. Let me try that out. I'm not saying I'm going to stay in that mode. I just, with Pmdg, they have a very good way of... Okay. Yeah, I can look into buying it. No problem. Alright, let's do R+ and see what happens. Alright, nothing happened there. Nothing happened there. Yeah, nothing happened. Let me take one more look at it, and then I'm not going to worry about it again if I can't figure it out. All right, let's type in rate. Yeah, R. That's okay. there we go. Very good. All right, we got the sim rate increase now. All right, I turned it off, but I don't feel a need to do it just yet. Man, this plane is so awesome. Yeah, you know, Grease, I thought for a long time about buying that A340 just because I love that airplane. But, like, that airplane never gets good, like, reviews. So, but I guess it's worth a shot. I mean, it can't be any worse than the A320. I really hope it's better than the 320 that they have in the game. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Alright, I can put this away now. Let me go back to flight number 2. And let's go to descent page. Okay, then I was right. It was the 330. Okay, yeah. When the 340 comes out, for sure. Yep. Yeah, I was getting confused. I'm like, I know they have a 3-something. Yeah, it does. I've seen that one a few times too. That one does look pretty good. But yeah, when the 340 comes out, yep, I'll get it. You know, I gotta look at my flight plan and see when we're supposed to start descending, actually. I mean, it shouldn't be too, like, I don't think it's anytime soon, but... so after Tanza is when we need to start descending. So after Tanza and before SIT. Okay, that's fine. I can do that. Yeah, man, I don't think I've ever seen an A340 in person. BWI, the airport, like, right near my house, they never have any A340s going there, man. The only plane with 4 engines that I see every once in a while is, like, a cargo 747. Other than that, like, I don't... It's a lot of 737s, a lot of A320s. A couple flights from British Airways every once in a while, like once a day usually, and a lot of private jets. Yep, they are. Alright, we're so far away from that other VOR station, it's not even picking up right now. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Alright, so we need to be at 5,000 feet when we get to Bassus. 2,500 feet when we are 7 miles out. So landing elevation is, oh, it's only 115. Okay. That ain't too bad. How many miles is it from Tanza to Sit? Let me see what this says here. "71 miles from Tanza to Sit." So that's 71 miles. I only need to get down like 7,000 feet. So maybe 25 miles, maybe? Something like that. 25 miles, I guess. We got a good ways to go until we get to Tanza. We got 232 miles. Let's straighten out. I don't really care about following this flight plan. I just, you know, it's so far between VOR stations that it, even like using the VOR station we left just now and using that to go forward, like having like a reverse course and using that to keep going forward, we still would have lost that VOR station before the next one picked up. So that's why I have this radio here. If we were flying like over the earth, like over ground the whole time, I would have had the old radio systems on and used that. But since we're flying over so much water, it would have been impossible really to, you know, stay on course, I think, at least. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I probably could have figured it out, but I don't know. I kind of like using this system too, like just to see the difference between this one and some of the other ones. Like this one is really bare bones. No VNAV, no departure, no way to put a departure, a standard instrument departure in. I tried at Cairo Airport. I tried to put a standard instrument departure in, it wouldn't let me. And there's plenty of them to choose from at that airport. Sorry, I wanted to dip in on that other channel to say hi to him. He was good enough to stop in on me for a minute. Alright, I can get rid of Sembreeze, Google, iPick, that, and that. And yeah, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was funny. So with the keyboard, I can hit the INS button that takes me to the drone camera. I can hit end that takes me to the external camera. Well, typically when I hit INS and then I switch the camera on the outside, I have to repeat the process a couple of times for me to get back into the cockpit and be able to move around. So when I got into the cockpit and I tried to move, I hit a button. That's what happened, where the plane went like right past us. It's kind of funny. Oh, look at that. Never exceed 12,000 feet, 300 knots. Max cruise 251 knots above 17,000 feet. Very interesting. So I have us in 2x speed right now. Just because it's such a far distance between... Well, you know what? I guess it's really not that far. It's only a couple hundred miles. I mean, that's not much different than some of the flights we've done, you know? I guess it just seems like it's far, I guess. I don't know. Maybe because it's over the ocean and there's really nothing to look at. But you know what? If there's nothing to look at, let's turn the lights back down. And we'll look at the cool red on the interior, at least. There's nothing worthwhile looking at outside. At least we can look at some cool shit on the inside. I love the way this thing lights up at nighttime. It's so dope. Alright, let's turn half just a little bit. Yeah, yeah, you're right, you're right. I'm not complaining. Like, I keep wanting to think that these buttons are going to light up, but these don't light up at all. That's why they have the overhead lights, I guess. Like, I don't think any of these lights actually light up. That's pretty chill, man. Look at that. It's pretty dope. Look at that. The skyline in the background there. That is cool. We're going to be seeing that on the Island of Crete pretty soon, man. Alright. Let me put us back on 1-to-1 and get us back on path. Alright, still hasn't picked up our DOR station yet. Alright, let's put this back in the center. So this is landing and descent and all that. That's going to be pretty much all by hand. You know, the descent, we're going to just adjust the trim and the speed enough for us to descend. And then when it comes to the approach and all that, we're just going to, you know, use the trim and the speed to get down to a certain point, and then we're just going to land this thing by hand because there's no ILS station. And to be honest, the Sperry gyro, the autopilot in this plane, doesn't really work when it comes to localizers. They need to fix that. Hopefully with the SU-15 update that's coming out soon, hopefully that'll fix that issue, and the issue that I had in last night's plane where I couldn't change the CDI indicator. That was a big problem. I blew them up last night on Discord, man. I let them have it. Just another scam artist company selling stuff that's broken, just like Flight Effects with that SF-50 Vision Jet. They know that shit doesn't work right on Xbox. But nowhere in the description of that airplane does it say what's broken. You know what, I really think Microsoft needs to start holding these companies accountable, man. They need to make sure that what's in the description actually works. And if it doesn't, there needs to be some sort of asterisk or something that says, hey man, everything works except this feature. Because if I would have known that CDI indicator didn't work when I was looking at that plane, I never would have bought that bitch yesterday. I mean, how the hell are you supposed to fly the plane if the CDI indicator doesn't work? That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need that. They said they know it's broken, they're trying to fix it, and it should be fixed with the next update, the SU-15 update. I didn't check my Discord after I broke them back. Let me see what they said after I told them that if I would have known that, I wouldn't have bought it, and you guys are scam artists and I want a refund. Let me check my Discord. Alright, Red Wing hasn't gotten back to me yet about the GPS. I'm trying to find out if it's ever going to be available. Let me see. Fantasy. Right, there's Red Wing. Is this the... Alright, that's Flight Effects. Here we go. Flight Sim. Yeah, they didn't even say anything about the refund. Yep. And the CDI issue is on their end. They are being fixed. Supposedly it's going to be fixed, from what he said with the next update. But he didn't say anything about when I asked for a refund. He just didn't even respond to that. To be honest, I didn't expect him to respond to that. I mean, what's he going to say? Let me give you your money back and everybody else's that we scammed? I'm telling you, Microsoft, if Microsoft is going to have mods, they need to regulate that shit. Like Dovetail does. We've talked about this before. Like what Dovetail does with the train simulator. Or what the farming simulator does with all their mods. When you go to the mod store, it's not ABC Company and 123 Company and Square Circle Company and whatever company. It's all Farming Simulator 2022. Or it's all Car Mechanic Simulator, you know what I mean? Or it's all Train Sim World. This needs to be just all Microsoft Flight Simulator. When you go to the mod store, you shouldn't even know who made it. It should all be regulated by Microsoft. And until that happens, it's always going to be a crapshoot if something works right or not, I think. Even with companies like Pmdg. I mean, they have stuff that doesn't work on their planes. Like, look, I mean, like tonight, this whole localizer, gyro pilot approach, this thing doesn't work. There's still no tablet in the 737. That tablet came out in October for PC, and it's still not out on, on Xbox yet. So, I mean, there's definitely things that, the Constellation, the GPS not working. Like, those things should be known. Alright, let's put this back on automatic. Everything's still looking good with the engines. We're starting to drift off course a little bit. Let's fix it again. I knew I was going to be doing a lot of corrections. I wouldn't expect them to like continually be correcting it like I... Absolutely. They need to make that change and just... Yep, absolutely. Yep, they need to make that change, and so it's all Microsoft. Or all Asobo, or all Inabuilds, or all Dovetail, or all whatever the company's going to be. That's what it should be. Ooh. I don't like that. Let's put the... I guess I just think it'd be easier if it's just all one company, man. But yeah, I agree. I mean, something needs to change. For sure, something needs to change. I'm tired of spending hard-earned money on stuff that doesn't work. Like, I read the description and I look at the pictures and I'm like, man, that looks so awesome. Like, I can't wait to, play with this or do this. And then I get into the plane and, like, it doesn't work. I wonder where Frank's been the last couple of days, man. Hope he's all right. I mean, look, I don't expect him, or you or anybody to be on like every stream, I mean, or even the whole stream. But it's very rare for him to not, dip in and say hi. Hopefully everything's okay. Let's turn the lights back on. Whoa! We don't need rain. Let's give ourselves a few clouds, I guess. Yeah, he could be. Getting high and driving all the time. That's usually a recipe for disaster. Unless he's a bot, like I said a while ago. Maybe he really is a bot. Alright, let's turn the other way a little bit. Even though this flight seems like it's taken forever, it's still a lot of fun. I really like looking at this plane. This plane is a lot of fun to fly. Yeah, this was a good choice doing this flight. You know, and I flew the DC-6. I looked it up. It was on February 16th was the last time I flew this plane. Like really flew it, except for this morning. This morning I jumped into it early. I had a couple of appointments for work, but before I did that, I jumped into the plane just to kind of reacclimate a little bit to the switches and procedures and all that. Yeah, this plane is way more fun to fly than the DC-3. I mean, the DC-3's got some interesting stuff to use on it, like, you know, controlling the cowl flaps and adjusting the hydraulics yourself and all that to get the Sperry gyro on, but yeah, man, this plane is so much cooler. The Constellation was really fun this morning too, man. I like that thing. The clipboard, the tablet they have as a clipboard, that took a little bit of time to kind of get used to that a bit, but alright, here we go. We picked up our VOR finally. We have 184 miles to our VOR. So we should get there in about 45 minutes, is what it's saying. And let me type in... Did I already type it in? Let me see what our approach is tonight. 108.8. I guess I already did type it in. I know I didn't. Okay. 108. Let's speed up the sim a little bit. Let's get our course up to like I think 317 or 320 will be a good course. That white number up top there. So we're supposed to be flying on a 312, but I think with the wind we need to be at like 320, I think. So let's turn this up till we get to 320, and we'll level out. All right. That might do a better job of keeping us on track. Maybe. Maybe not. Man. Go over just a little bit more. Let's do 2 clicks and let's go down to like 306, 307. Somewhere in this area. See, I don't see a wind direction thing on here, so I really am not sure where the wind's coming from. There might be a dial in here for the wind, but I don't think there is. I know they have an outside temperature one right here. But I don't see anything for the wind. Okay, let's slow back down to regular speed. I want to try to get this figured out. I don't want to have to continually turn this airplane every minute or so. Let's do like I guess we'll stop at like 313 or 314. We'll stop right here. Is it really 9:30 already? Damn, sure is. I'll be on my way to breakfast 12 hours from now. Who's sleeping in for me tomorrow, but I'm damn sure taking that. Meeting my mom for breakfast tomorrow morning. I'm going to the store so I can buy stuff to make chili. I make some award-winning chili, man. My chili is the best. The best. It's so good. Every time I make it, it disappears real fast. Alright, engines look okay. Yeah. Thought I had it up in the air already. Has the maximum landing weight over here. This airplane must be operated in compliance. Transfer of fuel. Emergency cabin altitude control. emission analyzer. Oh, this cool ass gear, man. It's like stuff you'd see in the bottom of the ocean in Subnautica. Alright, let's adjust this again. We got closer this time. We didn't have to turn it so much. Yeah, I don't see anything that has to do with the wind. Anti-ice, magnetos, oil temperature, fuel quantity, cowl flaps. That's all the emission stuff. That's fuel pressure for the wings, temperature. Supercharger. Cabin pressure, it's not even reading anything. Alright, 315, let's stop there. Got about 62 miles, 71 to SIT. And right now we're looking at heading up about 310, 20, 325, 324. I think we're slowly starting to line back up with our flight plan. Unless my eyes are deceiving me. Set course to what? 312. It is set to 312. About 120 miles into the beginning of our arrival. I think I did an island hopping tour around Crete a couple of months ago. I forget what plane I used. It was a little plane. And I flew all around Crete and then went north and flew around a couple other islands and then landed some island that has this airport like right where a lagoon is. I forget the name of it now. But it was like a real little island like right to the north of Crete. Well, I could probably look it up on this map here, actually. It was the island of Milos. That's right, I flew all around Crete and then went to Milos, toured around Milos and then landed. Yeah, that was a pretty cool little trip. check out our engines, see how they're doing. Everything's still looking good there. R plus. Let's go a little faster. You know what movie I want to watch tonight? I want to watch Ghostbusters. The original Ghostbusters. I think I'm going to watch that. I think I have that on Prime. I haven't, you know, I don't even know why I'm thinking about that movie. Man, that's a great ass movie. I love me some Ghostbusters. First Ghostbusters. That movie's real good, and this movie called Stripes that came out around the same time. It's got John Candy and Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. It's about these like bunch of misfits and rejects that join the army, and how they make the drill sergeant's life a miserable. Like, it's a funny movie. Slow back down to regular speed. Now, according to this, we should be going on a heading of... What is the heading, actually? 318. Let me look at the IFR map. I got that 71 miles. Let me see. Uh, 150. So it's on the 150 radial. That means our heading would be 5330-ish. somewhere around 3:30. And I would say somewhere like 30 miles out, I'm going to start descending to 5,000 feet. Feet's the initial air fix for the landing we're doing. And from there, we're supposed to capture the localizer and start descending. We need to be at 2,500 feet, 7 miles out of the airport. Go on for a smooth and buttery landing. Soft and buttery. Soft and buttery, yes sir. Alright, there's our waypoint. Yeah, I looked at doing this flight from Cairo to Athens, but that would have been like 3.5 hours in the air. And, sorry. Yeah, I don't think that was going to happen. That's a long time to be sitting here. There's a very effective way to fast forward, as I've talked about in the past, and I definitely would have entertained it. Or if it would have been in the 737 where I know I can go 8x speed for a while, that's a whole different story. Alright, we're getting ready to make our turn to the, a little more steep into the northwest. Turn to 330. You got it. Alright, let's switch this CDI indicator to VOR. I'm going to make our course 330. Now we'll play another game of trying to keep the line completely straight, not like this. And we got, oh yeah, Well, I thought of Crete because that's what you said last night. Initially, last night when you wanted me to do this flight, you were talking about from Cairo to Crete. So, yeah, I just, sitting there. I mean, like, I find this part of the flight extremely boring. I don't know if other people do too, but I mean, it's better when like we're talking and like we're having a conversation and stuff like that. That certainly helps. But like sitting here for like 3 or 4 hours, like while the plane is cruising, like I don't mind doing it for an hour or two. Like that's no big deal. But for 3 hours, 4 hours, that's like, to me, that's a lot. I don't know. Maybe other people are okay with it. I mean, even before I started like making videos when I was playing X-Plane and Aerofly, I never did a flight that was like 4 hours in the air. Anytime I did that, I would fast forward the flight. So we'll see when this new one comes out in a month or so. If it's gonna be good. All right. So once we pass SIT, then we got to go on a heading of. All right, we got to be at a flight level, so we got to be at 7,000 feet by the time we get to SIT. And we got to be on a heading of 318 until we get lined up with IRA, which is Heraklion, which is the VOR station for our landing. All right, let's adjust our turn a little bit. Turn it 1 notch. Just let it ease its way over. Unless that green line gets too far to the other side, then we'll have to make a bigger correction. Okay, I think one more click to the left. So we got to drop 5,000 feet, so that's only like 15, 20 miles out. That's not bad. So I'd say about 20 miles out, we'll drop down to about 7,000 feet. And then what I'm going to do is, once we get down to 7,000 feet, I'm going to put us back in cruise mode. Oh, you know what, actually, hang on, we might need to go down to 3,000 feet, actually. Oh, no, 5,000 feet it passes. Yeah, 'cause there's mountaintops that are almost 3,000 feet that we're going to be crossing. You know what? I think there's a wind thing on the top of this. Oh, never mind. I stopped myself from saying something really stupid. That wouldn't make any sense. I thought there was a wind direction thing on top of the airplane for a second. But then I was like, that wouldn't make sense. How would the pilots see the wind direction? Like, yeah, that's stupid. I must be getting tired because I'm thinking of stupid things to say, so I'm sure I will say something else that's stupid before I end tonight. Trying to get us back over to like 332 maybe. 333 maybe. Alright, let's try that. 333 to 335. We got about 45 miles. We got about 25 miles till we can start descending. Actually, we should probably start it at like 23 or 24 miles. But it's going to take us a few minutes to get set up for descent. And what is our, we go to the descent page here. Alright, descent. BSI, reduce speed. No shit. 175 to set the flaps at 20. .175 knots. Approach. Alright. Very good. Alright, let's go the other direction. Let's turn it 2 times. Start drifting back to the left. That's good. Maybe not. Let's go one click over. I'll be back in 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Wow, that was a good one. Woo. Oh boy. Sorry about that. Had to drain the main vein, you know what I mean? Just holding that bitch in for a while. Wow. Thought I was gonna explode. Alright, so we got about 30 miles. At 25 miles out, we're gonna click on descent here on the AFE, Artificial Flight Engineer. Let's go one more notch over. Alright, I think that's good. Let's end the turns. I got a couple of miles. Well, actually, am I still in the speed increase? Hang on, let me see. No, okay. Alright, let's click on descent.
26 inches, please. Setting 26 inches.
Let's turn off altitude control.
Set. Descent checkpoint, please. Altimeters and flight instruments. Cross-checked. Seatbelt signs on. On.
Yeah, man.
Engine low.
Time goes by when you're flying zombies.
Descent checks are complete.
I'm worried about overspeeding on the way down, because we should be at about 175 knots. Hopefully they'll adjust that as it goes. I tried moving the engines myself just now with the controller, and it wouldn't allow me to move them. We're really speeding up. Yeah, the inputs for the throttle's not letting me change anything. Oh well, it's what it is. There's the Island of Crete. We should come in like at dusk. Like that. Let's put some lights on. Oil pressure we got to watch out on. That's because our engines are very high. Got a problem with engine number 3. Let's change this over, and we got to be on a heading of 270. SIT, we need to go on a 318 course. I would like to descend faster, but I can't because I can't reduce the engine speed. Oh yeah, I imagine it. Imagine like all the Cuban refugees that go from Cuba to Miami in those little rafts. They cross that, you know, that part of the Atlantic Ocean or Gulf of Mexico, whatever it is. It's crazy. Trying to get their freedom, man. Amazing what people do. Smuggle themselves out of North Korea. I'm gonna keep on going this way until we start lining up with that we start lining up with that VOR station. Let's click on approach and range.
Cooling turbine. Normal. Fuel booster pumps. On low. Fuel tank selectors. Mains on, crossfeed off. Hydraulic bypass valve. Down. No smoking signs. On.
I'm just trying to figure a way to slow our engines down. Oh yeah, I imagine. 20 meters high, absolutely. It's like a building of water just coming towards you. It's gotta be scary, man. Absolutely. But it's what, you know, when your freedom's on the line and you want to try to get a better life for yourself or people you care for, I mean, sometimes, you know, you're willing to, you know, do something that's extremely dangerous, you know, but all right, we're starting to capture this thing, so let's start turning slowly. Or actually, let's turn a lot, because that thing's going to line up pretty quickly. We're a little high. Not like Frank high, I mean like, you know, a little high in the air. We're a little high in the air. For some reason, I can't control the engines, which is weird. Like, I know the flight engineer and the co-pilot are working on that stuff, but I seem to remember me being able to do it before. Can't do it now. That's why we've only been going down at like 500 feet per minute. I've been trying to not overspeed on the way down because we have no speed brakes. If we had more room, I would have leveled out a little bit and slowed down and then gone back in for our descent. But I probably should have slowed, to be honest, I probably should have started this at like 40 miles and slowed down to like 160, 175 and then began descending. I just thought of that now, like, that's probably the right way to do it. Start about 40 miles out, at least for us, because we only had to go 5,000 miles. You know, 5,000 feet down, sorry. Probably should have started at like 100, like 40 miles out, get down to 160, 175, and then adjust our trim to get down. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Hang on, I might have the wrong course in. Oh, no, I do. NASA is 270. But we should have already have passed 270. Hang on a second. Oh, I'll leave it. But we should have already had been turned towards the runway. Let's level off here. Let's click back on cruise mode.
Set cruise power, please. Setting cruise power.
Oh, wait a minute. I might be okay. Oh, you know what? We're okay. But I was looking at a different part of the island on this map here.
Cooling turbine.
Alright, we're okay.
Fuel booster pumps. On low. Fuel tank selectors. Mains on. Crossfeed off.
Right, let's slow down a bit before we start descending again.
No smoking signs. On.
We're okay. I was looking at a different part of the island on the map. Bassus is here, and then our airport is over there. Hang on. Bassus is the initial fix. And we need to be at 20 and 5,000 feet there. Okay. Alright, see now we're slowing down a bit. That's what I want to see. Let's deactivate the altitude hold. And let's angle our trim down just a little bit. And we're getting closer to being lined up. Be at about 2,500 feet by the time we're about 7 miles out. So we have 28 more miles, so we're doing okay. Let's turn our airplane a little bit. Towards 270. And when we get the runway in sight, we'll land by hand. Lower our trim a little bit more. think we're going to be okay with our descent. Ideally, I'd like to be at 2,500 feet, about 10 miles out, so I can engage the landing gear and make sure we slow down enough. And once I get the runway in sight, actually, you know what? I'll level off at 2,500 feet, and then I don't know. Maybe I should fly it by hand right now. All right, I see the runway. Let's disengage the autopilot. Let me put this on. I don't know if this will do anything. Let's see. Nope. Doesn't work. Alright, fuck it. Let's click on landing.
Flaps 20. Setting flaps 20.
Well, they wouldn't have flaps 20 at this speed, but I can't slow down.
Down and locked, 3 meters. Rocks. 2,400 RPM. 2,400 RPM set. Cow flaps. Plus 3 degrees. Cow flaps set. ADI. ADI off. ADI is off.
Maybe.
Speed good. Extend flights.
I might take tomorrow off and just practice with the Constellation. We'll see.
Set call. Before landing checks complete.
I might actually want a couple more days of playing with that thing before I actually am comfortable enough to fly it, to be honest. Oh shit. I got off track. I'm looking I'm looking at the chat and I completely lost track of the airport. There we go. I mean, there's a good chance I'll be on tomorrow night, but I'll definitely do a Constellation flight for my next flight. But I've only started the airplane and taken off. I haven't really done anything like major with it, so I just don't want to get online and look like an idiot flying it. So, you know, I kind of pride myself in knowing a fair amount about these planes as I fly them. So, but I'd say there's like an 80% chance I'll be on tomorrow night with the Constellation. I already know the livery I'm going to use, so I mean, like, I've already, like, kind of planned it. I think some of those planes that have that big hump in the middle is very similar to the DC-6, you're right. That hump they have in the middle of some of those airplanes, that's so cool looking. But yeah, I really like that American overseas airline livery. That American Airlines livery, that silver with the orange, man, that thing is dope as shit. There's an Air Force version. There's a lot of really cool liveries that came with that plane. But no, I really want more practice with that zero reader. I need to do some more digging with that thing, because that thing, I don't think it has anything to do with controlling anything. I think it's just a reference, but I can't really find any good literature on it. Yeah, man, that'll be awesome when that 2024 comes out. We can like fly the Antonov together, or this plane, or Constellation. That'd be great. We'll have Giga Greg and Giga Grease side by side. All right, we're about 9 miles out. We're a little low, but that's okay. Hopefully the landing gear is down. Yep, it's down. Doesn't look like we're lined up, but I'm following the VOR and it says we are, so. We're sinking, by the way.
Set cruise power, please. Setting cruise power.
I'm pulling all the way back on the thumbstick, man.
Power is set.
Oh. I was pulling all the way back on the thumbstick. I was pulling all the way back on the thumbstick, and it wouldn't climb. It wouldn't level. No matter what I did, the plane was still going down. I don't understand. Autopilot was off. Well, whatever. It was a good flight nonetheless. Fuck it. Yep, I don't know what happened. Well, we'll do a redemption flight. Maybe we'll go from Athens to Crete, but we'll do a redemption flight with this maybe tomorrow night. But I'm not sure why that happened. We were in landing mode. We were doing okay. And no matter how... I tried to adjust the throttle. I know, right? I tried to adjust the throttle. The throttle wasn't adjusting at all. Even before we descended, I couldn't adjust it. And I was pulling all the way back on the yoke. I was moving the trim up to climb again, just to try to level out. All I was doing was just trying to level out. But no matter what I did, we were still descending and losing speed. I was trying to get enough speed to level out. So I figured if I went into cruise mode, maybe that would like do something, because I couldn't adjust the throttle on my own. So I figured if I went into cruise mode, maybe it would give me just enough juice to kind of level out a bit, so we can just skim over everything and then land. But it didn't work. So that's all right, man. Hey, you can't land them all. Can't get them soft buttery landings every time, I guess. It just wasn't meant to be. But I will get it the next time, because the first time I flew this plane, we landed no problem. So we will get it again. I'm going to do some practicing tomorrow with this and the Constellation. So good chance. I don't know nothing about slew mode. I'll have to look into that. I've read about it. I just don't know how to do it. I'll have to read about it in the manual. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there. It's I've been on for a while. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, man. Got to eat, man. I got to keep my strength up. So I'll be back more than likely. I'll be back tomorrow. But if not, I'll definitely be back on Monday night. But there's a very, 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 very good chance I'll be back tomorrow. And I will see y'all then. Thank you for stopping by. We will get to the next landing. It's not like me not to land a plane. That kind of bothers me, the fact that I couldn't really get that plane to level out. I'll have to look into that. Maybe something happened with the last update. I don't know. Maybe when you're in landing mode now, it just doesn't allow you to. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But that wasn't that. I've never had that happen before. Pulling all the way back on the yoke and you're still descending. That doesn't make sense. So it's probably something I did wrong. Probably. But right now, I'm going to blame it on something other than me because I don't make mistakes. So yeah, I never make mistakes. I'm perfect. So I will more than likely see y'all tomorrow. Until then, please subscribe. Please click that like button. The more subscribers I get, the more thumbs up I get, and the more subscribers I get, the better my landings will be. You watch. Get me to get 500 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers, I will land every single airplane. That's how it works. It's magic. More subscribers, the more landings. So